It's King Colin Walker. You know how we do, baby. I'm back with some light. Sit tight. We think you're gonna be alright. Back in the matter. Back in the matter. Yo, we're back. I think this is week 3 or 4 inside the Lads Fantasy. And better days are here, my guys. Better days are here. As you can see, my record is 2-2. I'm third out of fourth inside the East. So, let me just, before we even see what happened last week, let me just show you guys the transactions. Wait, I want to show you guys. There's been a big trade that has been made. So, I want to see if I can find it. How do I see this? Oh my days. Player news? I don't think it's player news. Nah, it's not player news. What is going on? Transaction counter. This is not it. Recent activity. I think this is it. This is it. So, in the middle of the night, I'm just chilling inside my bed, late night thing, just chilling, having some me time, and then all of a sudden I receive an email from the fantasy, and then bang, this happens. David trades James Harden to Daniel's team for Bradley Beal. Listen. David and Daniel are both scam artists and 419ers, bro, because this trade, man, I don't know, because it's Bradley Beal's been putting out some stupid numbers, 50 points, 60 points, all of this. And he's been a great player. I think he's part of the reason why Daniel's team's so hard to beat. And James Harden is basically every game he's always 2 or 3 rebounds and assists from a triple-double. And he's obviously going to always get 25 plus points, right? So I just don't understand the trade. I don't know who has won yet. That's the thing. Because if Bradley Beal continues to play that 60 points, 55 points, I don't know. But if James Harden goes crazy on the Nets, then it's tough to say, because look, James Harden hasn't been playing that well, but look what he did in his first game. But that's without Kyrie being there. That's the thing. So it's David traded him away because of this useless stats here, right? But I feel like this is what James Harden's gonna be looking like for the rest of the year. This right here. Let's say 25, around 8 here, around 7 to 9 range right here, right? But this is what he traded, right? Look at this. This is what I'm trying to say, look at this, 31, 39, 29, 60, 27, 10 rebounds. And I'm trying to say is Bradley Beal is basically doing the same thing, man. I just feel Bradley Beal scores more. I don't know, man. I don't know about the trade. I personally feel Daniel lost, but right now I'm not really friends with David because he's a con artist. And then they did this trade as well. And to be honest with you, this is where, I don't know. Daniel should never have traded DeAndre Ayton. And I'm going to say this because he's making playoffs. Right? He's making playoffs. Phoenix are probably going to make playoffs maybe. Clint Capella, yeah, he gives high rebounds, but I don't know. And then Kyle Lowry for DeAndre Fox, I don't know, man. I don't know. Then Larry finally listened to me and dropped Steven Adams because he finally woke up from his sleep. He finally woke up. Daniel dropped his first pick. I don't know why. David's been watching some Vikings. I don't know why. I told Chris to drop Nurkic and he broke his wrist, so now he was forced to drop him, right? And then Larry picked up PJ Washington. I don't know what Larry's doing, to be honest. I just hope he loses every week. I'm just gonna be straightforward. So wait, Where is this thing? Schedule. Alright, so yeah, last week was week 3. This last week was week 4. What? This week is week 5. Dang, this is week 5. Alright, so I want to show you guys what happened in this week. And I went up against Matthew, and Matthew I think he won his first game last week. And this week I won my second game in a row. And I'm telling you, better days have come. Porzingis is back, my unicorn's back, and as you can see, my team went crazy. We went crazy. This week, me and Matthew put a hold on our friendship because, in this game, there's no love lost, not trying to say it. And the only player that showed up for him was Damian Lillard, bro. That's it. That's the only player that showed up for him. My team, we went crazy, like crazy. Miles Turner, another week of double-digit blocks, right? Then rebounds, like LaMelo grabbed 32 rebounds that's a point guard. More than my center. The Doncic grabbed 39, 37 assists, 12 3-pointers made. That's what I say. My team's becoming alive. I had to drop Keldon Johnson. I loved him, but Porzingis is back, right? And wait, is he on this list? Look what Porzingis did for me in like 2 games, bro. 51 points, 6 blocks, almost double digits already. 22 rebounds, 6 3-pointers made. And look at his free throw average. It's crazy, man. But yeah, this wasn't really a competitive matchup, no offense to Matthew, but you can see the point differentials. I doubled these assists. I went crazy this week. That's what I say. My team went crazy. This was not a matchup. Fred versus Cornelius. He's 4-0, and this is my brother, but he can't go undefeated the whole thing. That's crazy. That's crazy. But Fred, I don't know what he's doing. As you can see, he only has 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players here. 8 players, right? While everyone else has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And he has 8. So he's not even doing his team. So I'm there's no point of me even talking about this matchup because Fred's not even being active. And then Larry, yeah. I don't know what Larry's doing with his team. He lost to David. He's now 2-2. David's 3-1. And I told Larry to drop Steven Adams. He just did it recently. He finally dropped Harrison Barnes because 7 points in 41 minutes is not acceptable. Why he has this Holmes guy, I don't know. I really don't know. Andrew Wiggins did okay. I still think he needs to be dropped. Larry needs to make a trade. That's my personal opinion. And I feel he needs to make a trade, and he's not listening. He's not listening, and he needs to start listening because Trae Young's averages have gone. He's scoring less. I don't know if he's injured or something, but Larry needs to fix up his team because he's going to continue to lose with this sort of output. It's just nonsense. His team's no longer a threat to anyone at the moment because he's making decisions too slow. He's not being assertive in his decisions. You see how David and Daniel, they just made that, that's a league-changing trade. That could make Daniel go from last to first. That could make David be unstoppable, right? But Larry's too afraid to do that. He kept Steven Adams for way too long. He still has RJ Barrett. He picked up Richard Holmes. If someone drops someone and no one picks the person up in less than 5 minutes, that means the person's not good. So why is Larry picking up guys that people have dropped countless times? People have dropped countless times. Remember in the video when I said that, don't have more than 2 players on the same team. You have 2 players from a team that are probably not gonna make the playoffs. They're not gonna be averaging that much, bro. They're not. And then who's this? This is David's team right here. This guy needs to get dropped. Draymond Green needs to get dropped ASAP. David's team's solid. He finally traded Kyle Lowry, and I told you guys in the last video, David's not going to keep Kyle Lowry. I know this guy. He's not. because Kyle Lowry's just not good enough. And that just shows that Daniel wasn't listening in the last video, because I told them that David is gonna look to ship Kyle Lowry, and he shipped him, and he got DeAndre Fox. But I'm gonna say this: Daniel won that trade and he lost it. He lost it because he gave away DeAndre Ayton, but he got Clint Capella, who's also a double-double machine that grabs more rebounds than Ayton, right? Ayton probably gonna get a couple more points, right? But Daniel won because Raptors are gonna make playoffs, and in order for Raptors to make playoffs, Kyle Lowry's gonna have to step up his game, meaning Kyle Lowry averages are gonna increase in the coming weeks because Raptors are gonna have to push harder to make playoffs, right? Here's Chris's team. He got destroyed by Daniel, like destroyed. And the thing is that he got destroyed because a lot of these players were not playing this week because of COVID and because of injuries, right? He picked up Larry Nance, and I feel like Larry Nance is a good pickup for him. They're currently in playoff contention. Fred VanVleet, he finally got him back. This guy needs to get dropped right here. This guy's gone. Like, I told him to drop him. He's gone. This guy right here, I don't know who he is. These three players right here are his core. These are his core. Every single person else on his team needs improvement. Every single person. If he can make a trade, he needs to make a trade. Here's Daniel. I don't know if he still has this guy, but he needs to go ASAP. Daniel, this guy's got Jordan Clarkson. Daniel needs to either drop him or find something better. This guy needs to get dropped. I don't know what he's doing with this guy. He dropped Derrick Rose. I don't know why. Terrence Ross is a good pickup. Mike Conley he's good. I want his Middleton. And Daniel, if you're listening, I will trade you Jimmy Butler for Chris Middleton. I'll do that trade for you. Jimmy Butler for Chris Middleton. His Kemba Walker finally came back. I feel like Kemba Walker's gonna average between 15 plus and about 7 assists a game, which is a solid output. Vucevic is a beast for Daniel, but yeah, like honestly, this week was hard because it was like it wasn't really fair because a lot of matches were postponed and a lot of teams didn't have active players, so it's like you don't really know who's really the best at the moment. But right now, the current matchup is week 5, and I'm up against Chris. I'm gonna beat him because my team is actually healthy and I have no injuries except from TJ Warren, who I'm probably gonna drop. Daniel versus Larry. Daniel's gonna beat Larry because Larry's team right now doesn't make sense and he's not making changes quick enough and he's not listening. Fred's gonna lose because his Ja Morant is out, and I have to pick Cornelius over Matthew just because Cornelius' team has been stupid, and the only way he's gonna lose is if Jokic gets injured. That's it. But right now, the playoff bracket. This is the playoff bracket. This is the winner's bracket right here. So basically, right, if we look at these standings right now, the East is stronger than the West because no one in the West even has a winning record. They're just 0.500. So this is the playoff bracket right now, and this is the consolation ladder, whatever you call this crap, right? But I want to talk to the lads and see if we're just gonna make a big playoff bracket where everyone makes playoffs, and then because this doesn't make sense right here. And there's 7 of us? No, there's 8 of us. And 8 teams from each conference makes the playoffs anyways, right? So it doesn't make sense that we all don't make the playoffs. So I'm gonna talk to them about that, right? So currently right now, I'm losing to Chris only because none of my players are playing right now. And then Fred's beaten. That's gonna change. That's not real. And then I'm just praying Daniel beats Larry. I just want Daniel to beat Larry and I'm happy. But the overall standings is I've been pushed up to 3rd place, and I'm trying to say 0.500, 2 games back. This is what I need to do in this coming week. I need to defeat the whole of the West. So I beat Matthew, that's a tick. I need to beat Chris next, tick. then beat Larry, and I'm going to beat Fred. Let's beat Larry tick, right? Look at this, guys. I went from 8th place all the way to the middle of the pack. That's not say I'm close to Larry. After this week, I'll be ahead of Larry because he's gonna lose to Daniel, and that's for sure. Cornelius is still top of the league, and then David is 3rd, right? Right here, this is gonna be changed right here. I'm gonna move to 4th after this week. Because as you guys can see, I have more steals than Larry right now. My blocks have taken a drastic turn. I have more triple doubles. Points, I'm down like 500. Assists, I've caught up because my players are playing. Rebounds, I've caught up. 3 points made, I've caught up. Like, and then what? This is what, 0.4 something. So end of this week, I'll be above Larry because my team is just better than Larry's, and he's just not doing what he's meant to be doing. He's taking it too casual, and he's gonna lose his money. But yeah, the league is getting interesting. The James Harden and the Bradley Beal trade really spice things up. And I'm telling you guys right now, I see that there's gonna be another big trade gonna be made this week. But I hope you guys had a beautiful week. Hope you had a lovely weekend, and I hope you guys put down in the comments below who you think is gonna win the matchups for this week. Do you think the Bradley Beal and the James Harden trade was a good trade for Daniel, or who won the trade? Let me know down in the comment section below. But it's King Colin Walker. You know how we do. Peace.